Hi everybody. Today will be an interesting video. Today is day 33 of my 40-day water-only fast. And I'm going to have a little interesting story that I do not want to share, but it's necessary. Today is the last day of the water fast. So, there's a reason the fast got broken today. I started having pain in my left foot, which I've been having pain for the past 4+ days in my right foot, and it got better. But because I was hopping on my left foot constantly, I think it caused a similar thing with that. And I don't know if it's a toxicity issue, I really don't know. But I woke up this morning, it started kind of being painful the past day or so, but hopefully, I soaked it the same way I was doing my right foot. And it was throbbing. And the left side of my left foot, kind of like that ball muscle thing, right? I needed to learn more about that. But it was swollen. I could see veins popping out of my foot, similar how the right foot was. But see, my right foot was still healing, and I sort of lost the ability to move at all. So, for about a 6-hour period this morning, I'm going to tell you guys it was absolute torture. Because mentally and fasting-wise, I was great. I was on my way to just 7 more days of finishing this thing, but I needed to soak my feet to reduce the inflammation, help the pain. I needed to use the restroom, but I couldn't even lift myself up into a chair or prop my knee up on a chair so I can, scuttle across the way to the kitchen or the bathroom. I couldn't use crutches. I really couldn't even crawl. So I finally, and this is some stuff I don't want people really hearing because they're going to worry, especially, members who I'm close with, and maybe people who are here at this church as well, maybe seeing it, but I'm not going to hold back truth. I'm not going to hold back anything, because people need to know what to look out for, and people need to know how to listen to their body, and people need to know the importance of safety. So all these things I'm about to say are going to sound horrible, and they kind of were. But I crawled my way to a chair nearby. I lifted my knee up, because I could kind of walk on my knees, which wasn't too comfortable. I finally got up onto a chair, which allowed me to get onto another chair. And that took almost 45 minutes to do that, because the pain was so unbearable. Sometimes my left foot would just fall and I couldn't lift it back up because the pain was so bad. So it would be extremely painful just to crawl. And finally, I needed to take water with me, and I only took like half a bottle of water. I took a crutch. So I actually had my hands full. I had my knees on this chair. I couldn't get the door open in front of the chair, so I had to reevaluate everything. So for over an hour, and putting up with the pain in my right foot, because it was still, I could limp on it. So I could put a little bit of weight on it. So I somehow put the energy in and made it to the kitchen. That took over an hour, about an hour and 15+ minutes, just to do that. 50 feet away. That was awful. Then I got the ice out. All of this was extremely difficult to do, the minute tasks that I needed to do. So getting hot water in a pot, getting it hot, getting the ice. I'm telling you guys, I was drained beyond drained. My heart rate was extremely high. I started doing a little bit of sweating. So I felt okay though. I just sat there and I soaked my feet. And this was about 11 o'clock this morning. I started off at like 9 something. So about 2 hours have passed by as of the point I'm up to now. And I could have called somebody. I could have went to, call the ambulance. But, I've been through this exact same thing before multiple times. And that's what kind of blows my mind, is that this is the exact same stuff that I used to go through when I was over 500 pounds. Which, to me, is a mind thing, because it's bringing back a bunch of bad stuff for me. So it was a struggle doing all that stuff, and then I sat in the kitchen for 3 more hours and waited till another session of hot and cold treatment with the water. Which, again, all that wasn't easy. But between those two things is where I broke the fast, and I had to do it because getting my heart rate up through the hot and cold water, the extreme energy that I had to put out just to do all these things were making me extremely overworked. And there was a point, because there was Gatorade on the counter, and I was out of water. My mouth was extremely dry. I was dehydrated. My blood pressure wasn't good. My energy wasn't good. And I started feeling very, very faint. I was almost to the point of blacking out. I was sweating. I felt that it was serious. So I didn't pass out. I purposefully used my hurt foot to push myself off of the chair. I caught myself. I was very conscious. I was very aware of what I was doing, but I didn't want to fall. Okay? So I'm laying on the floor, and I set a Gatorade down there before that happened. I didn't fall. I kind of just, pushed myself out on purpose. But I just laid there and let my blood kind of just equalize and my energy kind of come back to me. And I started feeling better. And I called it. I said, it's irresponsible, it's stupid. I should have probably called somebody. But for me, like I said, I've been through this exact same thing numerous times before. Exactly. So I know the outcome. I know exactly what the doctors are going to say. And they couldn't have given me any medication because of the water fasting. They probably would have had to give me all sorts of IVs, which would have cost so much money. And I know my body, and I know what is going on. So I didn't. And actually, a girl came to the church to drop something off. I was in the kitchen just sitting there like a crazy person, ask if I need anything. And I had to just say I'm fine. And that wasn't easy, because I know these people are amazing and they care about me and would do anything to help me. And if they're watching now, I hope they can understand my position with a number of things. So hopefully they're an understanding of that. But I opened up a Gatorade and I figured the sugars and the electrolytes would help me, because a woman from the church bought me a Gatorade. Bought me a couple Gatorades. Because the other day when I was injured, she was like, you probably need that. And I wanted to refuse. I did refuse. Because the last thing I wanted in my body was processed sugars and salts and junk that's in Gatorade, because Gatorade is junk. But I didn't have any water. I was there. I just made a call. I made an executive decision for myself. And as the admin of a water fasting group, I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to be safe whenever my body tells me to stop. Even though that it was unrelated, well, it was very related, because all of these things were because I was fasting. So if I wasn't fasting and had the same foot issues, I wouldn't have gotten faint, I wouldn't have been weak, I wouldn't have gotten overworked like I did. But unfortunately, I had to end the fast because of feet issues. Had nothing to do with me being too, weak on my own without the issues. Or it wasn't willpower, it wasn't, lightheadedness. The only thing, if my feet were normal, for some reason, they're not when I fasted this time, and they weren't 3 years ago. I'm going to have to get that checked out and see maybe what the root cause is. I've tried before with multiple, medical people, and they just call it tendinitis. And I always thought it was because I was 500 pounds, but maybe it was some sort of toxicity stored deep in a fat cell, or, a group of fat cells, and maybe it got through the bloodstream and it just gravitated its way down to my feet and slowly worked its toxic magic. So it sounds like a plausible thing. I don't know if anyone out there might have any input. Some people keep on talking about gout, but I had multiple uric acid tests done before when this happened, and it was not gout. So I don't know, guys, but I had to spend the next whatever. But after I soaked my feet and then had the Gatorade and then soaked my feet again, I had hardly any pain in my right foot. So I was able to get back to where I'm sleeping at in my bed. And I brought this with me, and I brought everything I need with me. So today I've had just a little bit of Gatorade and water. So technically, the glucose, the sugars in the Gatorade have probably made my ketosis, whatever, totally different now. I've technically broken the fast on day 33. It was the last thing I wanted to do, guys. But I'm not really too upset. Not because of the eating thing. I'm not even excited about that watermelon. Like tomorrow, I'm going to eat it tomorrow and I'll film that, but it's not going to be a magical moment for me. I've broken fast before. I know it's going to taste amazing, but my mentality towards food and taste and pleasure, it's not what it used to be. It's just going to be good, hydrating, nutritious fuel for my body. And that's it. And that's exciting. But guys, it's just an interesting story. So from beginning to end, all of that excruciating pain and it was just a whole bunch of bad stuff. I was going through emotional stuff at the same time because I was kind of dealing with other things at the same time, which isn't related to what I'm talking about. But guys, I'm in good spirits. I'm fine. My mind's fine. My body's fine, except my silly feet. And honestly, my right foot is awesome now. I just went right to the kitchen and back like it was nothing, just like before. Did another soak. My right foot feels amazing now. My left foot, the swelling's down. It looks good. It feels way better. After that 6-hour thing before, I came back, because I only had about 4 hours of sleep because of the pain and everything else. So I came back, instantly had my foot in a decently comfortable position. The pain was kind of lessened, and I took about an hour nap. So the nap, the Gatorade, the soaking, the hydration from the water I've been intaking, I feel so much better now. And tomorrow, I'm going to crack open this little watermelon and start refeeding with high water content fruits. And unfortunately, I started refeeding with liquid, sugar, salty junk. But it was just about, I'm going to say 20 ounces. And water. So technically the fast is over today, guys. And if I were to add anything onto that, as far as a talk, you know me, and I try to do a nice little talk about something important. Listen to your body. Absolutely. Whenever you're thirsty, drink. Maybe even drink just a little bit more. Don't underhydrate. Overhydrate a little bit. Listen to your body. If your mind is feeling something, you need to take it easy. If your muscles are sore, that's another thing. Doing all this lifting and lifting myself and sitting down on a metal chair, my whole body is sore from this past few days. My arms, my back, my butt muscles, my leg muscles. It feels like I've been at the gym all week. So hopefully I'm going to start getting some good fuel in me. Get some glycogen stores filled up, get some glucose in my blood, get some whole plant foods, and later on start adding greens. I cannot wait to start eating greens. They're going to make me feel amazing. I can't wait to just start eating nothing but whole plants. I'm probably going to be eating raw plants for a good while. And I'm going to go over a bunch of this refeeding stuff too, guys, and kind of show you what I eat and what I'm doing, and kind of give you a follow-up with how my feet are, and continue to just do right in all ways. So, guys, take care. Listen to your body. Don't try to go the 40 days if your body is saying go 33. It's just a number, guys. It does not have to be 40. There's no set reasons to do that. I did it because I've always wanted to experience that extended 40-day fast. There's a biblical thing that tags along with that. There's just that round number that people do. It means nothing as far as what you need to be doing for you. Granted, I wish I could have continued and done some more detoxing, because obviously it's something that I needed. But guys, do not be stubborn. Don't worry that you have to do it because, oh, I'm only 5 pounds away from my goal. I have to go the next week with fasting. Stop that mentality, guys. Health and safety first. Absolutely. Use your head. Don't make bad decisions. Whatever you do, just break your fast smart and super smart. Like tomorrow, I'm probably going to have 1 ounce of watermelon. And then an hour or two later, have probably 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of watermelon. And it's going to be a slow, gradual build. And then I'm going to finish the watermelon and hopefully get another one and probably stick to watermelon for a day or two. And then I'm going to move up to maybe cantaloupe or papaya, whatever high water content fruits I can get my hands on. Maybe some pineapple later on. And kind of do mono meals for a bit, just to ease myself into things. And I'll just show you guys whenever you tune in. So today is day 33 of 40, but it is now day 33 of 33, and it is now ended. So guys, I'm not upset. I know you guys, a lot of people wanted me to end it sooner, and maybe I should have. So, listen to your body, but also listen to the other people around you who might be more observant and caring, and just maybe be open to their advice. So, guys, take care. It wasn't the... these past few days have been a roller coaster. It's been down, it's been up, it's been down. And today is a good day because I'm still breathing. And I feel good. I'm talking to you awesome people, and tomorrow I get to enjoy some good source of energy. So, embrace the journey, guys. Take care. Love y'all.